Hey, my wonderful, wonderful people, a pleasant evening to you. I'm going to read something and I just want you to sit back, relax, and listen because I want the churches to understand the ramifications of what is happening here. And this is a big part and parcel as to why Jamaica is in the turmoil that it is in. The headline for the Sunday Observer said, "Spooky Split. Church leaders have differing views on Halloween celebrations in Jamaica." And, this was done by Tamoy Ashman, Sunday Observer staff reporter. With Halloween growing in popularity among Jamaicans, two church leaders are on opposite sides of the fence on whether the ancient festival should be observed here. Bishop Dr. Grace Adigold said the church is sleeping, needs to wake up now. So Bishop Dr. Grace Adigold is calling on Christians to rise up and condemn the demonic, and demonic is incantation, celebration, while Anglican priest Sean Major Campbell believes the church has bigger issues to tackle within its own walls. Well, we have heard the stories as it relates to the Anglican, denomination. Let's put that aside. We're not going down that road. In a fiery call to action, Bishop Adigold said that the celebration, which is observed in many countries on October 31, is rooted in demonic principles and evokes evil spirits, which will cause further chaos in Jamaica. Agree with that. The church should speak against it. The church should rise up against it. However, unfortunately, unfortunately, there are some churches that cannot discern to see that this is devilish, and so they participate by also putting on the costumes and doing parties and all kinds of stuff. I shouldn't be shocked because I've heard of Christians who practice necromancy, obia, witchcraft, and all these things. So that shouldn't shock me. I was a bit shocked a while ago, but I don't know why, but I shouldn't be. But I was. My heart felt a little bit stunned. People have to be taught. They have to be enlightened about these things, that it is devilish, said the founding president of Arise Shine Apostolic and Deliverance Ministries. We must not participate in it, and I agree with the bishop on that. A lot of people are carried away with the ceremony and the dress up. But I don't know how to find that looking good. This thing ugly, dark. It's gothic. Anyway. But they don't know that they're evoking evil spirits into the nation, which is true. You open up a portal for that. We need to stop doing it. We need to have some seminars or workshops and conferences to let it go and call back the church into the real gospel of Jesus Christ, Adigold told the Jamaica Observer. And for those who may not understand what Halloween is, I think I had done something some time ago when I did a quick research. So Halloween is known for its pagan and religious roots as well as secular traditions. The day marks the beginning of All Hallowtide, a 3-day event dedicated to remembering the dead. You see, everything that God does with the 3-day rising, of Jesus and so on, death, burial, and resurrection on the 3rd day, followed by All Saints' Day on November 1, right? I remember doing this. And All Souls' Day on November 2. I never did that one. All Souls' Day. I wonder whose souls would be taken and to whom. It is said that during Halloween, those who died are believed to return to visit their homes. To mark the occasion, the people would set bonfires on hilltops to frighten away evil spirits roaming around and wear masks to avoid being recognized by the ghosts thought to be present, these evil spirits. Now, the day mostly celebrated in Europe and North America is marked by individuals wearing masks and costumes for parties and trick-or-treating. Trick-or-treaters go from house to house with the treat that they will pull a trick if they do not receive a treat, usually candy. Individuals also decorate their homes with pumpkins, skeletons, and cobwebs for the spooky season. The celebration has grown in popularity in Jamaica, with many event planners and party promoters hosting Halloween-themed gatherings, at which patrons are encouraged to dress up in costumes. Decorative items to mark the occasion can also be purchased in some local stores and supermarkets. But Bishop Adigold is adamant that due to its origins and the belief that on the day evil spirits are roaming around, the day should not be highlighted in Jamaica, which I totally agree with. She's calling on religious leaders to push back at those who celebrate the occasion and enlighten people about the possible consequences of bringing this tradition to Jamaica. The people in the church need to go through the method of fasting and praying, but they think to pray and to fast is too much. So they're looking for quick relief to some problems, which is why we are easily pulled into all of these things that are not godly. The devil is waiting to pull anybody and draw people to the things that are sinful and of sinful nature, said Bishop Adigold. The church is sleeping and we need to wake up now, she stressed. The bishop argued that righteousness exalts the nation and sin pollutes the nation and causes many evil things to happen. After all these ceremonies, some things that are not good are happening in the nation, some bloodshed, and all kinds of things will happen because we evoke evil spirits into the nation. So we must really desist from doing these things, she said, and I totally second that. I agree with her. However, Father Major Campbell said that the church has bigger issues that need to be addressed. While not one to celebrate Halloween, I often find it interesting, yes, those who invest time condemning those who like costume parades and trick-or-treating. The ghoulish stuff does not appeal to me at all. The world has enough ugliness, Major Campbell told the Sunday Observer. However, if someone enjoys a Halloween party, why does a Christian need to do a crusade against this? I use my energy to fight against prejudice, hate, injustice, and all that goes against love and human rights for all, he said. An avid human rights advocate and public theologian, Father Major Campbell said that the church should spend more time combating the evils within its walls. I mean, I would say it's more simultaneous. You know, for example, let me put it, you don't eat rice alone every day. You know, you probably, you would eat rice and chicken and, drink something afterwards and so on. So in other words, I don't even want to say the word tackle, but you can group them up and deal with things accordingly, so I don't think what the Bishop Adigold is talking about, it doesn't mean that you wouldn't tackle the evils within the walls. It's just that Halloween has been promulgated, it is highlighted, it is at the forefront. So because it is in the faces of the people, she would just be highlighting that we need to deal with this. It doesn't mean that the ins and the uglies that are going on within the confines of the church, for instance, that, that is not dealt with. I don't think that is what she's alluding to. So it goes without saying. So I never thought that Sir Campbell should even mention that. Anyway, he says it is quick and easy to condemn Halloween and costume parties. It is more difficult to address lies, hypocrisy, child molestation, stealing, and corruption in the church, said Major Campbell. Again, it's a little low blow. It's like somebody who comes and says, I don't appreciate you disrespecting your mother. You come and say, but I saw you boxing somebody in the face. The point is we're dealing with the actions that you did just now. So to bring up that at this point in time, is almost like to use something bad to cancel out something bad will only achieve worse. Trying to combat Halloween celebration is tantamount to imposing one's religious beliefs on others. The church should spend time advancing equal rights and justice for all, he said. I'm a little bit disappointed by Campbell's response, because for me now, what is your message? Are you preaching the kingdom of Christ while combating these things and drawing people to God? because how you're sounding is as though that's not your main theme. Guys, you know what to do. Read TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe. Give me a like. Yeah.